Welcome to Toffee TV. It's a daily extra here on Patreon.
Patreon exclusive.
It is. Gang signs. Patreon gang signs.
That's what Dele Alli would do, wouldn't he?
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. Go.
So yesterday we reported in the news that it seems like Everton are very keen to keep hold of André Gomes.
Aren't we all?
We are, but do you think... I mean, what do you think... Or do you think there's anything in them revealing that right now? Because normally, you know, football club they like to keep their cards close to their chest. They don't like to reveal too much about... You know, we say it all the time, if you've got someone on loan or someone is out on loan, no one really makes a statement out about it. They'll go, oh, well, we'll see where we are, and we'll do this and we'll do that, and well, we like him as a player, but it's too early. Do you think what Brands and Silva said paves the way for a permanent deal, because maybe what they said is what the player wants?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. No, I do. I think there's...
Did you make me tea?
I made you tea because you've had 3 coffees and you're a bit flushed. There you go.
There you go.
I think it's just because you've been up so early.
I have.
That's what it is for you.
So
anyway. I do. I think there's more to it than... Because it's very, very easy for Marco Silva when he's asked to turn around and go, it's cheers, Tom. It's so early in this deal. You know, we'll look at that in April or May and see what happens. It would have been easy to bat it off. He didn't have to even field the question, really. He could have just given the bog standard answer and moved it along. So the fact that he's took it on and said it's something we need to do in the right moment is something we're looking to do. It's not even January, so the fact it's getting talked about November, and the lads played 6 games, kind of makes you think this is something that the player is pushing as well.
Brands... I don't know where Brands was asked this question, but he was asked by Spanish journalists, but I don't know where, because he hasn't been anywhere. So maybe the Spanish journalist was at Goodison and asked him. I don't know.
Unless he was in Spain.
I don't know where he'd be though. That's the
thing.
thing.
No need to know where he'd be if he's gone to...
I like to know where he is. So he was basically asked, and his answer was, it's up to the player. That was his answer.
Right.
His answer was, it's up to the player. In other words, we want him. We didn't say it's up to the player, and if Barca wanted to sell, he said it's up to the player. So you take from that, the club want him, Barca are willing to sell, and we'll leave it on the player. Silva comes out and says, basically, you know, we like the player, we want the player. I just think, I suppose you can look at it 2 ways, because if they might, I suppose if you want to, could say that they're just trying to start the process to butter the player up and make sure that it's known that Everton really want. I mean, because there's doing it in private, but then there's doing it in public, and there's getting that groundswell, and it's getting the fans to almost buy into it and say, listen, you know, you want this lad to stay. Make him feel like he's at home. There's normally always a calculated reason. Marcel Brands would not give I know he's Dutch, and Dutch people just say literally what they want. Literally. But you get the feeling there is a calculated reason. I'm not saying there is, I'm just saying you get the feeling there's a calculated reason why both of these quotes have come out. Because if someone asks you a question, you don't need to answer it. Like you just said, you give the stock answer. He's on loan, we're enjoying him, we'll see what happens at the end of the season. But I just think it went a little bit further than that.
I agree. It's very similar to when Ron was here and the noises started coming out about November, December, that we wanted to buy him permanently, and he was open to it, and that was exactly what happened. Everton tried to buy him in January, and Chelsea were and ahhing, didn't really want to sell him. It was Marino, I think, wasn't it, at the time, didn't really want to sell him. It was like, let's wait and see. And we had to just bide our time. I think this seemed very, very similar. Because Marco Silva's very good at just going, well, this is happening and we'll see what happens. Especially, and Marcel Brands, it's like, well, no or yeah. So the fact, because I suppose if it would have been easy for Marcel Brands to say, we've got a deal in place for the season and we're going to look, if things carry on, we're going to look in April or May and speak to Barca. The fact is, like, we want to try and get it done, kind of makes me think that they may try and get it done in January, or at least put an agreement in place